Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you. Hope everybody's doing fantastic here this morning, guys. It's 9:31 at the moment. It's good to be with you, Ashley Reeve here. Let's get our disclaimer here, guys, before we do get started. Remember, it's high levels of risk here, guys. We will be discussing quite a bit of opinions, levels, areas, zones. Please do not construe that as advice in any way. It's good to be with you, the lovely Tandy. Good morning. Jules, I see you. Tanya, Sia, AV Trader, Intel, Savage. Good morning. I'm pretty sensible on my side here, Tanya. I hope you're doing well on your side over there. For the rest of the guys, let me know. Let me know how you're doing. We'll give it another minute or so for the slow pokes to come online here. But it's good to be with you guys. I know that T held it down yesterday with the 3 and the 6. 6 p.m. session. Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. I held it down, made sure everything was fantastic. Thanks, T-Man. All right, guys, are you guys ready to rumble with the London session here, guys? All right, I'm ready to go. Some interesting times we saw yesterday, guys. Tato, I see you there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We saw some interesting movements yesterday, guys. Some disappointments, but fortunately, we didn't partake in them. That was for the 9:30 session. And obviously, we try to get through here with the 12 as well. Um, Disappointing one on the Nasdaq, I must say, guys. I was pretty Nasdaq, US 30, and the S&P, but fortunately, there was no engagement there, and I'll tell you why. I was very happy that I actually didn't engage in those three, and I'm going to show you why it's so important to have your setup right. All right, Tabato, I see you there as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so guys, let's get it kicking here this morning. Let's firstly start with the oil price. Let's get there first. That's the first thing. All right. Now, you guys know that we had quite a bit of an interesting one there in the morning. We also had an interesting one yesterday. And I'd mentioned to you guys, which was the day before this 4-hour continuation, mentioned to you that, listen, if price drops below this area here, we have a 4-hour continuation. And that we were attempting the night before to possibly trade to the upside. Yes, shorter term, which price did move up, but failed to continue its movement, dropped down, broke beneath our 4-hour continuation zone, and then continued to push to the downside. Now, what happened here was obviously that US and Iran were moving closer to reopening the Strait of Hormuz. That's why the oil prices dropped sharply. Now, the reason why I'm not trading oil here at this point in time, traders, is exactly because of the unpredictability of the Strait, of the US and Iran, and it's taking a bit of time for it to reach some form of stability. All right, young Sunny, I see you there. Brett, I see you there. Good morning. Good morning. There's the reason why I'm not trading oil. I'm monitoring oil and I'm trading everything else around oil, but I'm not trading oil because of the unpredictability. All right. We had now pushed below our 4-hour continuation mark, and you can see price continued to the downside. Now, I'm going to leave this oil price as is, guys. I'm not going to touch it. I want to see if it comes back into the zone of yesterday, and we're going to see if this gap will be closed. All right. If price is to break above that specific area over there, we are obviously seeing that that's the next gap that could be filled. So I'm not trading oil. I'm monitoring oil. It's too unpredictable right now. It's in a very sensitive state. I know there's a lot of guys that are trading it. Yes, that's true. Nothing wrong with that, guys. If you love the unpredictability of the fundamentals, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. It is your choice and it's your preference to do that. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. and you're obviously trading it for reasons. You maybe like the ride, you like the unpredictability. There's nothing wrong with that. You maybe enjoy risk quite a bit, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. People's risk appetites are different, all right? This is not like the political system where you stick with, one party and so forth, all right, everybody? I think that's very important for us to mention. I see King there. Good morning. Sammy's there. Ozil is there. Shira is there as well. Ozil, is this your first time here, guys? The first time I see Ozil, guys. Let's welcome Ozil here. Maybe you were in with T yesterday. I'm not sure, but as far as I'm concerned, first time in here. Welcome. You are at the right place here, Ozil. Welcome to the TD Markets Academy. Goeiemorgen. Kile, I see you there. Good morning as well. Houdini, I see you there. That should be Aaron, right? Aaron, you let me know there, yeah? But welcome to you, Ozil. Have a fantastic time with us, all right? Have a fantastic time with us, all right? Guys, this is not a political party where, or at least a political system where you choose and you have to stay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Aaron, same here, man. We're having all the guys out. And what's very important here is for us to know we can change our minds, okay? We don't have to be, expected to be pushing in one narrative all the time. So here, some people love the unpredictability. And again, it's all good. Now, I am monitoring everything else around the oil price. Example, the Euro USD. Now, look at this, guys. We were doing wonderfully. I'm going to go on with the dollar now, because remember, when the oil price goes down, we're seeing a little bit of the dollar decrease there in value as far as the correlation is concerned. When the oil price goes up, the dollar increases in a little bit of strength. Okay, that's very important. Hold on. King, that sounds like a political state. King, that sounds very political there, we tend to stay away from. Oh, King. All right. So when the oil price goes up, we're seeing a little bit of a stronger dollar. Now we can see today, intraday, 1 hour, we are now, and what it looks like, we are keeping above yesterday's low. Look at this. This is yesterday's low. There we are, $78 a barrel. We are above yesterday's low. And if we continue to do that, all right, then there is a high probability that we could be pushing further up. Now, you guys know I spoke to you about impulses. I spoke to you about lows. And I said to you, remember low, lower low, and lower low here. Market structure. We have already advanced above these two lows right there. So if I were to draw a specific line like that, you'll notice on the shorter time frames, we are above, which is telling us that there's divergence. Buyers are coming into the oil price right now. All right. Yeah, grain of, okay. I'll accept that. I'll accept a little bit of that. All right, King, for now at least. Okay, my friend. All right. So you can see the oil price is looking pretty bullish here this morning. We've already gone up and, pushed above two resistance levels. Now we've created support. There's another one here, obviously, that we've not broken above. So obviously, if the oil price does push above the third one here from the bottom, we're expecting oil to push up a little bit further. That's the expectation. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. All right, guys, we expect, or we anticipate, or we predict, or we speculate, but we still need to be fair and we have to be honest and say, guys, just because we anticipate it, it doesn't mean it's going to do that 100%. Yesterday, we had a beautiful move to the upside and price just tanked down because of the fundamentals. Okay. So today we'll be watching this very, very carefully. There's a lot of optimism around the straight, and obviously that will bring the oil price down. So we'll watch it. Okay. Now, with the oil price increasing in strength, guys, all right, at least intraday here, that's going to have an impact on the major pairs. Let's start off with the Euro USD. Now, you guys know for a fact I've been tracking the Euro USD, and I said to you, if price breaks above this high over here on a 1 hour chart, I will get out of this. I am currently still in the short. I left it, and I said to you guys, if price breaks above this high, I will get out. Now you can see price has come to that high. That's why I placed the high there, because I wanted to show you the importance of what price can do. All right, that's very, very important. So we have now come back to that high. So my antennas are up. Do you see that, Brett? Savage, Tanya, Aaron, do you guys see Kile, Ozil, Young Sunny, Tabatso? If I'm leaving out names, please forgive me. Intel. All right, all the guys that I'm seeing, Yashira, all the guys that is making themselves known, AV Traders, Sia Bonga, Jules. All right, I am speaking to you guys. All right, if you are on here and you've made yourself known in the chat facility, I am obviously speaking to you. The rest of the guys, it would be great to hear from you so I can also relate to you as well. All right. So I placed a high there because I wanted to show you guys that price has the proclivity to move back to areas that it came from. And it's done exactly that. But I am not flinching. There is nothing in my bones that is fractured. I'm just waiting, patiently waiting to see how it responds. I still anticipate this price to be pushing down over here, especially if the oil price is pushing up nicely here. I anticipate price to be coming down. All right. So I'm going to wait for the hour, to see where it closes. If the moment you see the close above this area, Ash is out. Ash is out right there. All right. Let's go to the GBP USD because the same thing here. The 1 hour, look at that high. It went to retest my blue zone. By now, all the guys that have been running here with me here, all right, they know that this blue line for me is a very important line. Why is it important, Ash? Because it lets me know about where the interest of sellers or buyers are. So whenever you see Ash draw the blue line, that's the interest of buyers and sellers. And whether I'm trading down or whether I'm trading up, this blue line is going to tell us where the attraction is for buyers and sellers. And what's going to be key here, guys, is to know the price will retest that zone. It will definitely retest that zone. Now, remember, we're working on impulse here. Ash is not working with the entire structure. Are we together, you guys? That's a very important one. Ash is not trading the entire structure from there to there. I can see this is downward, yes, but I'm trading this impulse here. That's what I'm trading. I'm only trading the impulse inside of the structure. Therefore, I have the 1 hour up, and you can see that I'm busy trading the impulse. This is the impulse. That's a very important point. This is the impulse from there. If I go to a higher time frame, you'll see that that's the impulse, and I'm attempting to trade a pullback. That's it. Now you can clearly see this is all the makings of a pullback. And in as much as I'm seeing Brett there with the word, Brett, we're gonna have to chat about this, my friend. Okay, Intel, the same with you. All right, looks like I need to give a bit of hidings here. Okay, this morning. We're gonna have to chat about this one. We're gonna have to have some form of discussion around this one. All right, that word patience. That word patience there. Let me throw something in the chat there. All right. That word patience, and Shira's laughing. You know why, guys? Do you know why Shira's laughing? He's making me laugh. Shira, every year at the FMAS, Shira always comes and says hi to me, guys. Every year without fail, he drives into the city and Shira comes and says, hi to me, and we chat for an hour or so and just looking at the charts or whatever it is that's on the. So Shira, I have to say that, my friend. I have to thank you for always doing that. All right. Every time in Cape Town, guys, Shira always comes through. And I know why he's laughing there. I know why he's laughing. But maybe I'll let him say it. Okay, Shira, I'll let you say it. But yeah, that word patience is important. Is important. And I'm seeing all the makings of a nice short here at this point in time. The NZD USD now, look at this. Just some information on the New Zealand dollar. You guys know how we roll. Myself and T, we chat about fundamentals as well. We don't just, chat about the technicals. We throw in politics and economics as well because it's a whole package there. All right. Now we know that the employment data there is a little bit weak on the New Zealand side. It rose to about 5.6%. The wage growth also remained low there in New Zealand, guys. But markets still expect a September rate hike. But the impact, obviously, at this point in time, from a data perspective, it's a bit negative for the NZD. That's why we're seeing some of this come down here. All right. Now, the rate hike in September is obviously, should by the book push up the currency value At this point in time, it seems like a correction is first taking place. It's August now. So by the time we get to September, we should see the New Zealand dollar finding a bit of strength and support at lower levels for it to push up. All right. That's a very, 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 very important one. Hey, T, T is making me so sad at this moment. He just messaged me, guys, and he's saying that he wishes that we had jumped on this one together. T, I have to put it there just so you guys know. At the academy, we have such a fantastic working relationship, guys. The chemistry is phenomenal, and if he's pushing a message like that to me, you guys know, you already know. I see Jasmine. Jasmine. It's Lynette. Lynette, welcome. Guys, let's welcome Lynette here this morning. T, hey man, don't make my heart so sad, you're my brother. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But guys, we're gonna be on Friday. We're gonna be on a T. Come on, man. Come on, brother. Come on, come on. So the NZD USD, most likely to find a bit of support here at the 57 cent mark. And then, guys, on the higher time frames, we start pushing up, with some of the structure that you can see to the upside. Because, guys, there is a lot of upside with the NZD USD still here on the higher time frames. In specificity, I'm dealing with the daily, the 12-hour, and so forth. There's still some upside here, but for the time being, it seems like this divergence first to the downside is what we're needing. I'm smiling here, T, because you're making me think here, my brother. All right, so we may just get this one first, and then we push up later on to the 59 cents mark. All right. There's the NZD USD, guys. Weaker data there. That's the employment data. It rose to 5.6%. So we're seeing the NZD weaken down. Now, that's good for us because this area is what I want. I am with a mouth watering here. I'm waiting for 0.58428 to run. All right. Standing by with King. Guys, let's welcome Lynette here as well. All right. Let's do that. Yeah, Shira. I know, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. I see the fry. Yes, yes, yes. Aaron, you got it right. You got it right. You got it right. You got it right. So, guys, I think what we're gonna do is let's quickly pause on the major pairs. Just let's finish with one more. USD CAD. We had that on as well. We said, guys, above the 1.40453, we anticipate it to push to the upside. And look, we have pushed up, but it seems like there could be a bit of a correction here coming. Please, guys, remember when it comes to the USD CAD, why I'm not trading the USD CAD for the same reasons I'm not trading the oil. The USD and the CAD is very sensitive to the oil price, okay? And the CAD being a commodity driven currency, obviously, when the oil moves, it affects the CAD. So I normally trade the USD CAD when the oil price is stabilized. All right, that's very, very important, guys. Okay. I normally trade the USD CAD when the oil price is stabilized. Now, guess what? There's a gem there. You don't need to trade a specific asset all the time. You can switch it up. So I only trade USD CAD when I see a more stable oil price. And right now, here's the oil price. You can see it's not stable, guys. Just looking at this picture itself, the zigzag is letting you know it's extremely volatile. From 93, it goes to 84. All right. Then it pushes up quickly to 87. From 87, it goes down to 80. From 80, it pushes back up to 88. Then from 88, it drops down completely, guys, to 77. So there's a lot of volatility there. That's insane. So I'm not trading this one I don't want to go in here, and hang on to my hair. By the way, guys, my daughter, a teenager, she's 14 years old. She went to Gold Reef City recently, and there was a story there. And this is how panicked my mom was on it. Um, there was a woman apparently on some form of ride, and her hair was loose and it got stuck somewhere in one of the I don't know is it the bearing or some mechanic arm on the ride. And when the ride went, I mean, you can think for yourself what happens after that. Yeah, exactly, Intel. Yeah. And my grandmother was not my grandmother. My mom was saying to my daughter, "Listen, can you just make sure your hair is fastened, so that you can enjoy the ride at least and not have to worry about." So her mom is obviously baby boomer, over 60 already, so she's worried about that particular thing. But and there's obviously merit in that. Now, what made me think of that is the oil price. It's a roller coaster. I am not interested to keep my hair. Okay, I don't have a long hair, but you know what I mean. To keep my hair in a bun and wait for this. I'll rather trade around it for now. Okay, I'll trade around it for now. I'm not interested in getting that the butterflies in my stomach and so forth. All right. Euro JPY moving to the yen pairs here quickly, guys. We know that the yen traded around, actually USD JPY. Sorry, let's get this one. USD JPY, guys, 157 per dollar. Okay, 157 per dollar. Um, oh, Intel. You know what I appreciate about what you're saying? I love your honesty and I love how transparent and how funny that is. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. That's what you guys know. TD marks transparency and diversity, right? You guys know that, right? That's what. Oh, all right, okay, all right. So USD JPY 157. Tandy, I'm telling you, the lovely Tandy, I'm telling you, we're on fire today. We're on fire, right? We're at 157 per dollar, guys, on the UJ. Now we were here yesterday, and guess what, guys? We were chatting about price on a 1 hour frame on all of them. Who remembers that? Quickly just say, I remember, guys. Quickly there. Red, I'm gonna be with you on the boldness now. Who remembers all the yen pairs? Everybody. I mentioned to you about that 1 hour frame. That if it goes to the support areas, then it breaks below that zone, then all of the yen pairs, I'm not looking to stay in those and look at that. None of them have gone and broke. There we go. Exactly. None of them has gone below that area at this point. So which means the correction is still in play here. We are still in the game, my friends. Look at that. Well, yes, Tato, remember, hold on. That AUD did not break below. Remember, I think that was the question I wanted to get to. The AUD the hour didn't break beneath that support. That was what we were looking for, right? So which means our impulse and our pullback is still in the game. We still have skin in the game here. So I am extremely comfortable at this point in time. There is nothing stopping me from thinking that we are pushing to the upside. All right. We had some craziness. Yes. We know that the yen strengthened recently after that massive joint intervention by Japan and the US, which was that right over there. And you guys were in the trading room with T at that time. And, so we know that Japan spent trillions of yen supporting its currency. Those real wages there, they continue to rise. And, markets believe that Japan could still raise those interest rates. All right. We also know from some of the fundamentals there that the authorities are willing to intervene again if needed. So that's why this move to the downside was so good for our buy, because it's already made a big move. We're not looking to go all the way to the upside. Ashton, use this impulse so I can trade it all the way to the up. I'm just taking a portion of it. And that's what I want to get the guys to understand when it comes to the intraday trades, the hour going down. All right, we're only looking for portions here. We're extracting fragments of an impulse. All right, we're not looking at the entire structure. That's important. And when I say structure, again, guys, please, in the chat facility, if you don't mind, guys, please put market structure over there. Please put market structure over there, guys. We are dealing with foundation. It's not a political system where everybody just wants to put in their own this market structure. That is what we are following here. All right. Very, very, very important. So we have impulse and we have push here that we could possibly go 2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There we go. There, absolutely. Market structure. Okay. Now, guys, just a connection to that. Guys, you can trade any method you want on the market structure. Trade your Elliott waves, trade your supply and demand, trade your pivot points, do your SMC, uh, do what you would like. All right, ICT, whatever method you'd like to trade it on the market structure. It's a method, it's a way to do it. Breakouts, it's all up to you on what method you want to. But what me and T do here, we follow market structure. Every market structure has an impulse and it has a pullback. Whether you're going up or whether you're coming down, we have impulse to the upside, we have correction. All right, we have impulse to the downside, we have correction. That is the nature of the market structure. So here we had an impulse to the downside and we're trading the pullback. That is it. It's that simple for me and T. All right. Euro JPY, the same thing here, 1 hour frame. It's still right there. It's moving up, it's moving up, it's moving up. So let's see what happens today. All right. CAD JPY, I'm still in here, guys. All right. I got in. We had a bit of a pullback. It looks like it's found a bit of support now. And let's see what happens at this point, because we are still looking to go to the 1.13. The GBP yen, I got in yesterday again. Remember, I took my profits and I got in again. And price is now once again above my buy. Again, market structure. We have impulse and then we have pullback. That's all I'm looking at. Impulse in the market structure, pullback. That's it. That's it. Okay. Then we have NZD-JPY. This one did not even go close to my blue line. Remember this morning, guys, I spoke to you about the blue line. I said the blue line is where the attraction comes. All right. So there was attraction. I got in. Price pushed up very nicely from there, 87 pips, pull back. And now we're anticipating price to push up. If it comes down, it's fine. Remember, we're waiting for, if price is to break that area, then there's no longer interest there whatsoever. I think that's a very, 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 very important one over there. All right. Then, guys, I see Tato's saying there, we must refuse to end this live until we get 30 likes. All right, guys, 30 likes. Let's see how quick we can do this, guys. We're about 41 here. Let's see how quick we can get 30 likes. Remember, guys, Tato is my script here when it comes to the likes. Okay, so let's see how quickly. Can someone please give us a time or something there in the chat? Or just let us know how these likes are going up. All right, quickly, guys. I mean, we are a community after all. So let's see if we can get 30 here. All right, and we take it from there. All right, AUD JPY, the same here, guys. This one's actually already reached its destination. So this was nice to watch. We were spot on with it from the get-go. We were spot on with this one. It pushed up. The others are lagging behind the AUD JPY. Also, what we need to understand about the AUD, though, is also that it stayed above that 70-cent mark, against the dollar. There was some strong PMI data. That's the business activity, that it's actually improving in the AUD or in Australia. The consumer spending also remains strong, and markets are no longer expecting a rate hike next week. All right. So strong economy is supporting the AUD. That's why we're seeing all of this movement as well when you look at the fundamentals. All right. Yes, guys, the stream. Like the stream, guys, not the chat, the stream. If you can like the stream, it would be good. It would be good for us. It would be good for us. All right. Is it 23? Guys, I think we have 23 likes so far. I'm seeing 23 here. Just let me know. Just click the button, guys. Yeah. Just click the. So we got 7 left. There's 23 here. All right. Okay. So AUD JPY looking lacquer. Then we have the gold price. Let's get to some gold here. Then I'll deal with some dollar news as well. Now, you guys know that we had the 4-hour continuation, that if the gold came down below the blue and pushed below this area, we would continue. But you also know that we had different expectations yesterday with gold and that specific oil price coming down. Let me just put it here so you guys can see that it did go to our area that we had highlighted. I just did not put it in how I normally put it in. I should have actually. 4137. All right. And you can see it's also above the 4077. So it did push to the upside. And on the hourly frames, you'll see it right there. So in as much as gold did come down yesterday, it did smash the areas that we had anticipated over here. You can see it. Yeah, that fake out was a problem. All right, it was a problem. All right, we got 20 guys at 25 now. We got 5 left. Come on, come on. Where's the guys? We got 5 left. To all, if you sitting on the stream and you have not given a like, come on, you're part of the community. All right. So just give the like. We're feeding this algorithm likes. Apparently, because Teiro told me that if you want this algorithm to get to other guys, then you got to feed it the likes. All right, guys. All right. So gold moved according to our analysis very nicely. The 4-hour continuation has not happened. So at this point, what I'm going to do with gold now, I'm going to restart the analysis over here. Are we together, guys? The lovely Tandi Teiro, the lovely Tandi has given you a directive there, my friend. All right. Pass by the Joburg office for a goodie bag. T, we're on 30. Come on. Yes. We've just hit it. Nicely. Nice. Show love, guys. That's it. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful. And we're not greedy, guys. We work with what we have. Can you guys see that? We work with what we have. We work with what we have. We're not greedy. We're trying to make a loaf a day. A loaf a day. That's it. So I'm going to restart this gold price now. All right, this gold analysis. Because remember, myself and T is going to be with you guys on Friday. So we want to see what's cracking. If we can get some more movement up here, it would be great. And I want you to notice something here now, that there's a lot of divergence. All right. So I'm going to go, excuse me, on the daily frame. I'm going to knock the daily frame because the daily frame seems to be pretty bullish here. Now, I'm only using the daily frame for the purposes of Friday. Yesterday, intraday, gold moved. It is very bullish right now. We have impulse to the downside and we have pullback. All right. Impulse, pullback. This pullback could still be going up. That's important to understand. Now, this area here that I'm highlighting is where price on a daily frame continues to go to the upside. Please make a note of that. Okay? This is the longer term movement of gold. And I want to be very specific with my words here, guys. This is the longer term movement of gold. Okay? $4,279 per ounce. I'm not dealing with intraday right now. I'm dealing with a higher time frame and anticipating it to go to 4773.08. This is before Friday. All right, look at that now. Watch this. Watch this now. Watch this now. All right, watch this. I'm now going to switch over to lower time frame so you can see that if price does not break above that area today or tomorrow, there is a probability that we could first come down on the lower time frames. Please hear Ash on that one. I'm saying it again. Right now, higher time frames, gold, impulse, if it breaks above 4279, Pezulu, king, Pezulu, all right? If it does not break above that area today, tomorrow, and even Friday, correction first, lower time frames. That's key. So I'm going to place the gold in front, and Ash is going to put and place another gold chart next door. Why am I placing another gold chart next door? Because that is going to capture the shorter term movement. So on the one side, I have the longer term for the guys that would like to hold the gold price, because guys, you can make a lot of money when it comes to the gold price. But that is the longer term. Let me just move it to the front, and I will place it right next door, right there. And now I'm going to do shorter term movement. All right, shorter term movement. Let's go. Shorter term movement. You see this resistance there? Critical. Critical. What happens after highs are broken? Hold on, let's do this. What happens after highs are broken? So if we break here, there is then this impulse could be coming down. That we find on the shorter time frames. That's very important. All right, that's very important. So the moment if it breaks these highs here, all right, it's already at that high. If it breaks this high here, it simply means at some point on the shorter time frames, we get a pullback. So what are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with this impulse over here on the 4 hour, that impulse. If I go to the 3 hour, same impulse. If I go to the 2 hour, same impulse. Do you guys see that? If I go to the 1 hour, same impulse. So shorter term, same impulse. Is everybody clear? Just so you guys know. Is everybody clear with that? I want to make sure I'm clear. On the daily, bullish. If it breaks above that area that I spoke to you about just now, 4279, phezulu. However, impulse, shorter time frames, possible correction. So that is what I'm going to analyze now. That's what I'm going to analyze now. The possible correction of this impulse over here. Okay, so what we do is you can use a 15-minute if you'd like, no problem. You can use a 15-minute if you like. You can use a 10-minute if you would like, no problemo. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do this. Here we have the same impulse. Look at that. 15-minute frame. 15-minute frame. Sorry, 10-minute. If I go to a 15-minute, same thing, same impulse. You can see it. All right. And guys, you don't even have to do the whole impulse. You don't even have to do the whole impulse. But let me just show you why I'm saying that. This is the impulse. All right. You can even go as far as saying, oh, it's still the same one. Wow, that's powerful. Oh, no, that's great. That's a beautiful move. All right. Now, can you see that's the actual foot of the impulse? That's the head. You can even do a trade from there to there. All right. That's a 4-minute, 5-minute frame. So let's go. Let's go for all the guys that are looking for some scalping. Let's look at the guys that are looking for some scalping, guys. This is all part of the possible pullback of this impulse here. All right. So here we go. 50 is the first area here. Price at 4152. This is for all the guys that are looking to get into gold on a much shorter time frame. The disclaimer is gold can be very, very tricky during geopolitical tension. So here's my blue mark here where I anticipate a lot of selling then to happen right there. You see that low there? If we break that low, we could be coming down to 4126. This is 4-minute, actually between a 1-minute and a 5-minute frame, guys. This is scalping. I have not even considered this area. I'm only dealing with this side over here. So if I bring this up, look at the short-term movement here. Short micro-term movement. Look at this. If I go to the hour, that's all I'm trading. That's all I'm trading. Look at that. That's it. Look at the impulse, and I'm only trading a bit of that impulse to the downside. Is everybody clear there? You're getting nervous in a good way. Sammy, I got you there, my friend. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna go to BTC now. Okay, I'm gonna go there, my friend. Okay, guys, thank you for those likes. We did it. Tato, 30 likes right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So, guys, impulse. Remember, it's different from. Let me just take this off so you can see all. Remember, it's different from this guy here. This guy is a massive hold. That's a lot of money. That's massive. That's a hold. That's swinging this sucker from there to there. This is a swing trade. We're swinging this up. But this one, short-term scalp. And guys, the reason why I'm being so specific is because I want you guys to see that you get different types of traders here. All right, different types of traders at this point is going to engage differently. So we anticipating 4126 2691. If it breaks below 4161. Now remember, what are we dealing with here, guys? There's a lot of big buyers that are sitting where on this one here. There's a lot of buyers here. All right. So we are very aware of the fact that even if we sell here, there's always a chance that price can bounce and go up again. That's why the risk and that's why stop losses are there. That's why when you're scalping, you should actively engage here. All right. So 4161, 4126. This one we're going to watch as we go throughout the day. That's very important. All right. So that's the gold price. That's the gold price. Then we have to get to the US futures. All right. This was an absolute disappointment. We had some fantastic setups here. It's showing us it's bearish again, which means I now need to move this entire analysis. I need to move it up again. All right. Now, what we had said yesterday, that is if price breaks below 28,000 there, then we possibly have a great sell. There was divergence. It never broke the area. That's why I did not enter. It never broke it. S&P 500, the same thing here. Price showed the divergence there, did not break 7607. I did not enter. Are we together there, guys? So the NAS 100, the S&P 500, as well as the US 30, exactly the same thing. All right? Price did not break that zone. Look, here it is. This was yesterday. 53,000. It did not break the area. There was divergence, great resistance, but look at that. It did not break. So this means now I have to move all of that analysis. I have to move that up. From here, I need to move it up there now, because I am now trading not this area, but I'm trading the extension of this area. Now, if you go to the 1 hour, if I do this, the impulse extended from there to there. Is everybody clear with me on that, guys? I think that's pretty important. The impulse extended. Now I need to move all of this up. All of this, I have to move it up till there. That's the new zone. That is us adapting to the market. That's important for us to understand. We are adapting to the market. All right. So we're going to see how we deal with this one. Look at this, the same here. The 1 hour, if I do this, go up, 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 up. 1 hour extension. See? US 30. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Market structure, guys. The market structure extended. If I go to my 1 hour and look at that. Extension. So in actual fact, remember that was the bonus? It extended up. Is everybody clear with that, guys? It extended up. Extension, extension, extension. All right, so that's important. Let me do BTC quickly for Sammy. Sammy, let me handle your BT and then we'll come back. All right. So first one in for the morning. It's looking good, guys, so far. Let's go BTC. Aha. Well, what do you know, Sammy? Sammy, what do you know, my friend? Well, what do you know? See that? Oh, and many guys thought, no, BTC, we're going to go down. Now look at the daily candle. We broke. Upward structure, market structure. All right. Market structure. Very important. Market structure. We are waiting. We are waiting for the 70,000. We are waiting for the 70,000. All right. Then, guys, remember the Euro NZD? Well, a lot of the guys thought that there's a problem here. Price is going to come down. It's going to break this area. Guess what? I am now fully immersed, feeling fantastic about the Euro NZD. It took quite a bit of time here. That is the challenge that we had. That's the challenge that we had with the Euro NZD, guys. Had to wait an entire day of bearish momentum for us to quickly move up back past my buys over here. So I'm looking to get out here. Hopefully that happens very nicely. Sorry, Euro NZD. And then don't forget the GBP AUD. I believe him and myself, we are still bearish with GBP AUD. Nothing is stopping this analysis. At this point, we are swinging this guy down. It's already done a beautiful lower high over there. Swinging this one on the higher time frames, guys. Still to come down, looking fantastic. The same with the AUD NZD. Guys, I'm still seeing the swing here from 1.20 to 1.15. That's going to be key for us. Then I have one here that I was sharing with you guys some time ago. And I said to you, we're anticipating price to come to the 1.85, but I explicitly said to you guys, watch these highs. That's why I left those arrows there. Do you guys see how price came back to those highs? Do you guys see that? So price came back to those highs. Here's my black line still to say that when we come back in here, that's when I'm going to start looking now for price to descend again so that I can coin the 1.85. Do you guys see that? Very important, but it took quite a bit of time there. It took, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a week of movement to the upside. Now, could the shorter term intraday traders capitalize here? Yes. Guys, I'm swinging this one. All right, so I'm waiting now because I actually want to get in here now. I'm going to wait for this impulse now to start showing me, and I'm going to actually do this so you guys can see this here. I'm waiting. I'm going to redraw. You see this blue line here? I'm going to have one up here so I can get a higher sell. I want a higher sell down to the 1.85. You see that? I think it's going to be very important for me to mention here. All right. Then we also have CAD CHF. I'm seeing the upside here, guys. I'm swinging this one as well all the way up. I'm currently in buys on this one here to 61204. I'm still seeing the upside. It's already gone above. I'm swinging this one up, guys. I'm already in. That's over 300 pips. All right. That's over 300 pips. CAD CHF. Lots of divergence. You can see it here. It's looking absolutely phenomenal. I'm not worried about any fluctuations here coming down. I'm not worried about it. I'm leaving it. I'm just leaving this one. Is everybody clear on the CAD CHF, guys? CAD CHF. Sammy, I bought it since 5 a.m. afternoon update. Yes, no, look, we are waiting for that BTC, my friend. We're just waiting. Even with Ethereum. Ethereum, same thing. We're waiting with Ethereum. Solana, the same thing. I'm waiting. All right. Then we can't forget the USD Swiss franc, guys. We can't forget the USD Swiss franc. Daily frame here, guys. All right. It's now pushed above the area of 80 cents to the US. And we're anticipating it to push up to the 84 level, 84 cents there. All right. It's finding a bit of correction now. So we're anticipating the USD Swiss franc. And you can see this is on a daily, a 12. I'm not scalping this at all. I'm not doing any intraday trades on this one. I'm just leaving this one. I'm monitoring it, if I can put it like that. I'm actually not so interested in the USD Swiss franc, I'll be honest. It does do a lot of choppy work. I'm interested in a bit more of the smoothness. Okay, and at this point, guys, at this point, is doing phenomenal here from a structure perspective. You can see the highs. This is a very distinct high here, and these are the other highs that's going to be important for us to notice. All right, so distinct high, higher low, higher high. So the structure is up, but there's a bit of a correction from this impulse that is coming now. So as long as you can understand what structure you're dealing with, then you'll know how to handle the impulse. Because this is an impulse created a new high. Why is it a high? Because it had a lot of resistance levels here. So we created a new high. Then we had the correction, the pullback, and then continuation, creating a new higher high. So we're expecting a pullback here, and some of the intraday traders can capitalize. I'm swinging it from there to there. All right, so I'm leaving it to run to the 84 level. That's important. That's important for us to note. Okay, so let's do a quick loop around, guys. This is our first session in. By midday, we'll have some information on the NAS. I'm just leaving it to really run a little bit here. I want to see what's happening. Do we break a bit of these support levels over here like that? I want to see what happens before midday. Then I will come through with some info there. All right, but let's quickly have a loop around. We have the gold price, higher time frames pushing up. Then we have the lower time frame. Look at this. It's now coming down, 4161. So if I'm in here by midday, if I'm in here already by 12, then you know why. It's the shorter time frames that I'm looking at here, between 1 minute and 5 minutes. And I'll be watching these highs carefully. Okay, and I'm going to say this to you guys now. If a 5-minute close appears above the high, hold on, appears above high, I'm out, because I'm trading minute frames right there. So I'll be getting in, but if a 5-minute closes above, I'm out, because then it simply means that there's another extension. So I'm not interested, especially in gold. I'm not interested to be staying in any extensions. This price can quickly move up and then you're in trouble. All right, so you can see now it's pushing down nicely here. I'm looking for a 1 minute frame entry. It really doesn't matter, but it's between the 1 minute and 5 minute at this point. Okay, we got about 6 seconds left on this candle. It's not good enough. Let's see how this one acts. It's closed. It's closed now. Let's see the next one. That's a 4 minute, right? Here's a 1 minute. Let's see how the 1 minute closes beneath the 4161. If we get a nice close here, I'm getting into gold whilst in the session. And again, I'm waiting. If there's any 5-minute frame that closes above. Now, I must warn you about gold. Gold has the tendency to do this. From a high, will create a low. Then it creates a lower high. Then it comes down, and then it breaks, and then it goes and it breaks. It doesn't respect levels like Forex. All right? It doesn't respect levels like commodities, or at least gold and silver. It creates a low, lower high, and then it comes, it breaks. Sellers come in. Stop losses are there. It goes, takes out those stops, and then it drops. So that's what I'm anticipating here. Even if it comes down here, I'm anticipating it to act wildly. That is just how the gold moves, guys. Please make sure. All right, please make sure. Okay, if that's okay, if that's what you'd like to do, go for it, my friend. All right, no signals. We don't give signals. Are we together? No signals. This 4126 here. Okay, guys, this is not a signal group. All right. There's right here. This is the zone. It's not the 4126 price area. Let me put this in so that we can see. All right. Let me put the zone. 4126 zone. All right. Because what price does is it can come right there. It can come right here, or it can come right there, or it can stop right here. It may not even reach 4126. So it can reach this area over here and then pulls up again. All right, so this zone, you guys can exit. There'll be a lot of exits. There's a lot of TPs here, there's TPs there, there's TPs here, there's TPs there, there's TPs there. All right. And I think that's very important. What's also critical is the liquidity area. What happens is, I once heard the term, you get engineered, or the terms engineered liquidity, which was very interesting to me. I must be honest, guys. It was very interesting to me, the engineered liquidity. So what happens is price will come to this area here because there's a lot of money that's sitting over here. So price will come, are we together? And then what happens at this zone here is engineered liquidity is guys start buying, goes up, 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 takes out those stop losses over there. All right. And then from that area, we drop down because we know there's orders here. We know there is orders here. All right. So price comes down, creates a low, and then goes up, creates a proper lower high, and then drops down. And then the guys obviously take their profits. Now, here's the challenge with that. In as much as it sounds nice, engineered liquidity, that's why I have a hard time chatting to guys that come in and then chat about the different methods. Because all these different methods have different terms to it. Break of structure, engineered liquidity, break and retest. It's all part of the methodology. Now, that's fine. But at the end of the day, if you see a low there and price moves, comes back down, creates another low. So this is a low. It creates a lower low. It goes up. It creates a lower high. And then it comes down and creates another lower low. It's still part of structure. So if it does that, and then it does that, it's still part of what? Structure. It's still a lower high. So irrespective of what the guys term it, it's still market structure. Is everybody clear with that, guys? It's still market structure. It doesn't matter what guys coin it, what they term it. They can bring out the Merriam-Webster dictionaries. They can bring out the Oxford dictionaries. That's great. All right. But it's still part of the market structure. It's just created a new low, a new lower high, and then a new lower low. Is everybody clear there, guys? Wonderful, 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 wonderful. All right. So, guys, it's 10:28 now. Let's push forward. We'll see each other at 12 again. We'll see each other at 12 again. All right. Midday report, but so far so good. I mean, just look at the Euro USD, look at the GBP USD, nothing out of the ordinary yet. It's not closed above this high here. It's not closed above the high. So watch this very carefully. And if I'm out here, you'll know why. If I'm out here, you'll know why. The same with the GBP USD, the NZD, all of them. You'll know exactly why I'm out. All right. You'll know exactly why. Hence, I do all the explaining so that you know when I come back and I give you an update why it was done. All right. So I'll see you guys at midday, 12 o'clock. Have a fantastic one. Ashley Reeve here, and I'm signing out. Ciao, ciao.